Okay. Yes, I kind of made a mistake. So if people are over at Bernice Liu side 咧，叫佢哋過嚟呢邊 okay? Hi, Mandy. I went on the live incorrectly at first to the wrong side. Now I'm on the right side. Trying to use winemaven more, and I am tying an ice pack to my leg. 等得少少，因為其實平時啲人咧會去 Bernice Liu 嗰邊嘅。咁 yes. So I unfortunately dropped a table on my leg. So I have this ice pack on my leg right now and a huge gouge on it, but I'm still going to do the live first before I go to the doctor's. 係啦. So while I'm doing that, cheers.
Resume S4, egg, 2. Resume S4, egg, 2.
喺度睇緊電視.
Okay.
Turn that off first. Okay. 多少少人先啦。咁我呢邊咧就 let me see. 因為呢邊好少人，所以喺嗰邊，我頭先一上去咧就見到好多人喺嗰邊啦。咁我可以點樣 join 呢邊先 ？Hi Tracy. Yes, I started my live at Bernice Liu original, and I was supposed to do it over here. So I think maybe some people are a little confused right now, because when I jumped on over there, there's like a lot of people over there already. Oh, he sounds like 幾個，我上咗去唔夠 like 3 minutes. Yeah, so I dropped the table. I didn't drop the table. I was moving the table, and the legs fell out from underneath of it, like 成個腳架跌咗落嚟。咁個台個腳全部甩咗之後咧，個腳咧睇到我個腳咧就出咗嚟，成個台面跌咗落去 on my leg while it hit my leg because I was in front of it on top of it. And now 我隻腳咧而家就有少少跛咗嘅，係啦，係咪有好嘢介紹？係㗎，但我等多少少人上嚟先啦，定還是可以開始咧 ？OK。大家知道咧，我每一個月咧都會有盡量一個 feature 嘅 ，OK， so I try to feature a wine every month, a wine package。咁咧由 Mother's Day 好成功有兩個 package, 2 bottle package and then the 6 bottle package。嗱 6 bottle package 咧我都好consistent 㗎啦，所以今個月咧我個6 bottle package 咧就比較唔同嘅。So it's going to be a Spanish wine package. I know this is the first time over here at Winemaven, so it's going to take some time for everybody to join. I get it. Everybody went over to the other side. Yes, unfortunately today there's no Julia because I dropped a table on my leg. So my leg is kind of swollen and I'll probably go to the doctor's or the hospital after this. I know. Shouldn't be doing the live, but I have to because I promised you guys I would do my first Winemaven live over here. Hey guys, 咁咧我先咧就想介紹 because I haven't actually introduced the 6 bottle package yet, and it's new. So it's Spanish wines first of all, and 我通常咧都會有一個 bubbly 啦、white 啦 and red。今次咧就冇 rosé， but 一個 feature 多咗啲紅酒啦，因為咧我發覺咧好多人好中意紅酒。I've had many inquiries for more red wines in the package along with bubblies。咁所以今次咧就有一支 bubbles 嘅 ，OK， 一支 bubbles， 但係咧好似有一支白酒 and 3支1、2、3、4支紅酒啦，但係啲紅酒咧好唔同嘅。So the 4 different types of reds that I decided to include this time are for different types of food. Because 咧好多人覺得飲紅酒咧 when you drink red wine, it always is very heavy, or very sour, or very high acidity, like very 好酸啊。And for people like me, for instance, 我酸咧 I can't really do very, very 酸嘅嘢 because my stomach acids aren't that great. So what I usually will do is something softer, rounder. But because there's a lot of people who love really beautiful Shirazes, very sharp red fruit, red wines, of course I have to include that. So, 事不宜遲先做個 cheers 先啦。I know it's going to take some time for people to come and get used to me doing my wine lives now from Winemaven's platform. I gotta start pushing it on this side. I gotta start separating all my different platforms now. So why am I decided to do wine maybe here? Because I wanted to talk more about wines on this side. 除咗我今日咧整傷自己之外啦，即係講多啲 wine 嘅嘢啦。咁喺我自己私人生活嗰啲咧，即係我會生活化翻我嗰邊 because I've had a lot of people like who aren't necessarily into wines but kind of get pushed into the wines while I'm on my lives. So anyways, cheers to that first. This is the white wine. So I've kind of moved my place. As you can see, it's my bed here. Because I'm injured, so we're doing it from my bedroom. Okay, I'm not going to be walking around today. So 冇辦法，今日咧就要喺我個房度做，因為我隻腳跛咗。但我知道我朋友 Amanda 會好中意，因為我用咗咧 I have no 繃帶啊，邊帶啊。I have to like use my entire front of my shin is in an ice pack tied around my shin right now to stop it from swelling anymore. I have like 鐵打走 from when I 打功夫嘅時候咧，係有啲流黃落去 because it literally started bulging within seconds in front of my eye. Like basically when 我拍戲打滅門嘅時候嗰種腫法啊。I don't know if everybody remembers or watched the making of when I was in Meat Moon Bad Blood. My knee was snapped the other way, and then it went from this size to this size within like 10 seconds. Basically, my shin is under the same circumstance. No painkillers, just a bit of 流黃嘅鐵打酒啦，再加埋少少well, a lot of ice. So I've been icing it for the past hour and a half because I said I was going to do this live here. So, anyways, let's get to the wines first. We have the 6-bottle package wine, which is from Spain. Okay. Very nice. So I've always wanted either very limited edition, very limited production, or hard to get. So not in the open market is one of the demands that I like to look for when I do special packages. So in all the Winemaven has a lot of wines. Okay, we've got wines that you can buy in other shops. We've got wines that you can't buy in other shops. I like to have different price points so people can try different wines. At the same time, there are a lot of the wines that I love myself. I've had the opportunity to try from friends. So many of the merchants in Winemaven are all my friends. Not many, almost all. When I first started Winemaven, I called them up and say, hey, I know you have this wine. Can I have it? I promise I'll push it. I promise I'll introduce it because a lot of people don't know about certain wines. 即係覺得好多人未必知道關於酒嘅嘢，同埋會覺得嗰個酒我想試下 but they don't really know what it tastes like and they're afraid to buy it because the price might be really high. At the same time, they don't know where to get it. So with every package that I feature are wines that you might not necessarily be able to find in a grocery store or out in a wine shop even. They're very limited production. 好少喺出邊可以買到，好多時佢哋係餐廳可以有嘅。Unfortunately, we don't ship to the US. Some of the wines are available, but because they are limited edition, like they're limited production, sorry. So you'll have to, you'll see it. It's actually already on Winemaven's shop. And it's already on Winemaven's IG. So you can actually search each one separately and see if they're available. It won't be from Winemaven, unfortunately. But sometimes they do have single or like certain distributors there that might have same thing, felt really passionate about a wine that they tried somewhere in Spain or Chile or France, and they bought it themselves. Okay, so the first bottle is the bubbles. We start from the bubbles, we go to the white, and we work our way down to the red. Okay, so we've got a lot of reds to walk through today. The Brut Nature. Okay, why do I like this one? One, it's 2011, so we do have 10 years on it. Okay, I love how when you get the bottle, you'll see it, because unfortunately they made a shipping error. It didn't arrive today. But you know, tomorrow I have a full day of working, so hopefully maybe next week. I do have my wine exams next week too, so I won't do any more long lives until after my exam. but a lot of it is very special in a sense that they're very limited production. Okay, most of it is traditional style, and this one is very elegant and light. And the reason why, it's bubbles, it's a cava. Okay, so it's not very heavy. In a sense, right now is perfect，因為而家開始熱㗎嘛，即係除咗落雨之外啦。It's always time for a nice, fresh bubbly. I always think that everybody, after a long day's work, loves to open a bottle of champagne or a bottle of bubbles. Just, I don't know, it brings your spirit up. And seeing the bubbles are like little crystals or little pearls, it makes somebody really happy. And they're always perfect for celebration, always perfect for dinners, always perfect for you're not too sure what kind of drinks your company may like. It might be for a party. You want to please a lot of people because you might not know each person's 口味, but you'll never go wrong with a bubbly. To start off the evening, you always have a nice bottle of bubbly. In this case, for the new Father's Day package, it's a cava, okay? So we've moved ourselves to Spain. Okay, we were in Italy last month. Now we're going to Spain. So I always like to change different guacas, different parts of the world with the packages. I want you guys to be able to try every wine place and get a very good glimpse as to what they have to offer. So that's why I try to offer a very good variety. 即係我希望咧有好多唔同嘅。咁每一個國家咧，我都想你試盡晒佢唔同嘅葡萄啦，唔同嘅好嘢啦。因為譬如每一個國家咧都有一種 bubbly 嘅，或一種白同埋一種紅。佢哋每一個國家用嘅葡萄未必一樣，但係有佢嘅特色，有佢嘅 character。咁 cava 喺西班牙咧，大家都知啦 ，it's very fresh, it's elegant, it's very 唔係好厚咯。The bubbles are a little bit softer, like 唔係話好 fizzy 嗰種，但係咧好 refreshing 咯。咁呢樣嘢咧，我覺得係好好，因為我哋咧就亞洲菜啦，you know we have even North American style foods. I think almost every culture has fried food. We have a lot of fried food, so it's great for like deep fried. 我好中意炸魷魚須啦，我好中意食炸豆腐啦，即係一粒粒一粒粒啦。我哋好多炸嘅頭盤啊，you know even with that one of my new favorites was that shrimp toast. So they put like a hat on top of toast and then a little bit of mayo. I don't know what kind of just salad 像類似咁嘅嘢啦，炸咗佢咧咁咪好脆，但係 you've got that seafood, a little bit of richness, right? And the toast, which is a little bit of oily, right? So 嗰種油咧 it's okay. Because when you wash it down with a little bit of bubblies, it just clears your palate. So it's very, very good with 炸嘅 potato chips, French fries, all in the same kind of family. A little bit of like 口感嘢啦，我好中意食嘢咁，大家都知。So with the cava, it's good for that. It's good for like fresh vegetable sticks even. When you have it, it's great for steamed fish. If you just want to stick to bubbles because you're not too much of a wine drinker, 咁你都會想 like 慢慢喺呢啲咁嘅海鮮啊，因為我哋都係好多蒸海鮮㗎嘛。So not too much sauces with the 海鮮, but more 清淡啲嘅海鮮咧 is actually pretty good. So steamed fish with not too much sauces and stuff goes really good with a cava, a light bubbly. That would be the first one. And this one is a 2011, so there's a 10 years on this cava, okay? 咁咧, 10 years on this cava. 咁咧, from there啦, we move to a lighter, what, do you want the Blanc first? Let's do the Blanc. So the Blanc is, it's called Zarella Blanc, okay? So, it's very, very refreshing. 2018, 跳進去前啲啦，即係而家啲啦, okay? So it's about 3 years. But it's very refreshing. Green apple 啦，呢個酸酸地㗎啦，又好似啲草味啊。Like when I say 草 I mean like grassy. It's like a fresh 啱啱落完雨嗰種咧，你開門咧仲有太陽咧，你話聞到好新鮮嘅草地，嗰種 refreshing 嘅草地嗰個感覺 is this Blanc, okay? So Zarella Blanc, this type of grape 喺呢個地方嘅，第一。咁佢嗰個 green apple fresh 啊，同埋 grass 嘅感覺咧，你唔想太厚啊。You want to keep it refreshing. You want to keep it fresh. You want to keep it light. You want to keep that greenery in your head. So 如果係我啦，因為 grassy 唔代表真係好酸，但係嗰個味咧好 refreshing 啊。咁你譬如好似有齋 vegetable sticks，you know 嚇，sometimes you just eat it like carrot sticks, celery sticks 嗰啲啦。It has that 配合嗰個 fresh 嗰個 green apple 感覺啦。好多頭盤 aperitifs like with 你個台面咪擺啲細嗰啲炸魚仔啊，或嗰啲酸酸地嗰啲橋頭啊。For Chinese anyways 有橋頭啊。It's like your starters. And a lot of restaurants that have starters before the dishes start to come, it's actually quite nice. So it's very greeny, grassy, and it makes you refreshed. So after your bubbles, you sit down waiting for your main dishes to come. This would be nice for your starters. Okay, so with a little bit more, other than zala, you get like a little, it might be a cold dish that you get with it. 有時你會有啲唔同嘅 sashimi 啊，or 唔同嘅頭盤啦，總之會少少 vinegar salads. This goes perfect with it if you're not a bubbles kind of person. Which I'm gonna have right now. I'm actually trying some wines while I'm doing this one because some of these wines I haven't tried before, but because I know the producer and I've had the wines with the same from the same producer, same family of wines. You'll see the labels when you get it. Best Cabernet Sauvignon. Okay, well, we're not heading to Cabernet Sauvignon, and it also really depends because Cabernet Sauvignon, you know, is a grape that's grown almost everywhere. Everybody's heard it, but the characteristics of the Cabernet Sauvignon will differ from where you're getting the Cabernet Sauvignon from. But back to our Zarella Blanc, our next one. So that's 2 down, 4 to go. That means 其實咧，我有4個紅酒嚟緊先 ，OK？ 我4個紅酒咧，好唔同嘅 character 嘅喎。This is why I found this package quite interesting. 就因為咧，我知道好多人好中意紅酒啦 like you said. So in this package is not a Cabernet Sauvignon, but we've got 4 different levels or characteristic red wines. So I know a lot of people, we start with a lighter one, okay? The label 咧係好得意嘅，第一。Okay, we've got 2 rounder ones and 2 lighter ones. So let's start off with the red fruit one. So this is an Equilibrista Garnacha, meaning also Grenache or Grenacha. Okay, 咁喺西班牙呢一個咧，佢嘅 label 好得意嘅。你見到嘅時候咧，佢就好似carnival 嗰啲人嚟嘅。Okay， so 點解我講呢個先咧？因為全部都係 red fruit 啦。咁呢個咧就 white pepper, red fruits, red raspberries。你飲完之後咧，你就會聲嘅。You have the 口水 is all coming through on your palate, on your 脷啦。你覺得好it makes your 口水嗰啲嗰啲叫咩啊？嗰啲口水呢個位咧 it wants to come out. So really like this one because it keeps everything quite refreshing. So you know you have the appetizer after your starter? It's kind of like that. So where you have a little bit 有時咧，佢哋而家好興咧個 appetizer 咧 they make a lot of things with jelly, right? So you might have a little piece of cold fish with like a raspberry jelly or champagne jelly or like you see the dishes, right? 而家好多整個 plate 嚟講都係一種 art 嚟嘅。咁呢一種 red hi 嘉怡呢一種 red fruit 咧就會令到你啲口水咧會向前邊咧，所以you will keep drinking it because it's quite appetizing。呢個就係 Equilibrista 嗰個 Garnacha, okay? So it's very red fruit. We're going to move a little bit further down, okay? So now this one is a Syrah. A Syrah that is very similar to the Rhone area. 咁大家好認識好似係真係法國嘅地方嘅。咁法國地方咧可能飲多過你去西班牙啦 or even 智利啦 or other 阿根廷啦。So with the Syrah from here, right, because this is Spain, even 我而家講咧，我啲口水都開始嚟啦。我覺得咧I like this bottle because 佢係 limited, only 8,000樽，所以我都想俾啲嘢你喺街平時都買唔到嘅。There's only 8,000 bottles a year produced for this Syrah, and it was 90 points Parker. So 90 RP points. Everybody heard about Robert Parker, okay? Actually, I have a few wines in here that are 90 to 91 point Parker. So this batch, like for Father's Day 咧，因為大家買 Father's Day present 都要 impress 爸爸㗎嘛 ，right？ 你喺998蚊裏邊有6支咧，好似5支都有分嘅。 係啊，5支都有高分嘅。除咗阿 Cava 之外咧，I think pretty much every other one has been put through Robert Parker points. 哦，4支啦至少有 OK。I'm not gonna promise you all of them have really high marks, but at least 2 of them have 90 marks, 1 of them has 91 marks, and you can research them. The only difference is that 得8000樽, so you cannot get it in the open market. So that's what makes this package a little special. 即係我覺得除咗俾到好嘅酒俾大家之外咧，喂，其他人嘅分又好高啦。你開俾爹哋飲嘅時候，都覺得哦，爹哋呢支有90分㗎，呢支有91分㗎。呢個咧真係好難得㗎。OK，where I have 4 bottles 3 to 4 bottles 全部都有 points 嘅。咁咧 at least 你覺得 OK，你自己買嘅酒嘅時候咧 ，you might not really know a lot about wine. So when you're buying this package for Father's Day, or even just to share with your friends on a daily basis, 有好多唔同嘅酒啦。我可以應承你3至4支都有 Robert Parker points. That's a tongue twister. Parker points, okay? Robert Parker points. 你講10次 and 90分以上。Not bad, eh? 揾到呢個啲都唔錯啊！你可以 impress 你啲朋友，不特止 impress 你爸爸 ，OK？So 同埋個 label 都幾靚嘅。咁我兩個咧嘅Cadalso 嗰個 label 咧就比較 manly 啲嘅。When I say manly, it's more it's brown, it's very simple, and it's very compared to the other 2 in there. So if your father likes a little more color, the Equilibrista one is 好靚嘅，好一個嗰啲好似去咗嗰啲嘉年華咁樣嘅。So it's pretty cool. Okay, so after the Syrah, we're going to go to the Cadalso Grenache. So remember when I said the Equilibrista Grenache? This is also Grenache, but they spell it differently, okay? So the Garnacha, and the other one is a Garnacha. 你諗下個串法係點樣嘅咧 ？OK, Garnacha 咧就可以咧 TXA 喎，都係 Garnacha 喎，係只不過串西班牙話都可以 TXA。幾得意啊！嗬，咁咧我兩個都係 Equilibrista， 兩個都係 Cadalso 嘅。咁咧 you get a very different feel between these 4 red wines。嗱呢一個咧 Cadalso Grenache 咧係2016年嘅 ，so it's a little bit more vintage than the 2018. So we're moving to it's got a good 5 years, and this one got an RP point of 90. OK， 都有90分。咁嗰個味道啦，就開始濃啲啦。Okay, so we went from red fruits, guys, red, white pepper, raspberry, red cranberries. Now we're moving a little bit deeper into licorice. We're still in red fruits, but 你開始有少少嗰啲 herbaceous 嗰啲 characters 啦。You've got basil leaves, bay leaves, 嗰啲 spices 啊。我哋嗰啲叫 herbs 啦，即係我哋整意大利粉嘅時候咪有好多唔同嘅，咁你可以分開好多唔同嘅 herbs。咁呢個你飲落去咧，你個感覺會咧，因為呢個就係啦。所以我頭先唔想俾你睇嗰個咧就紅啲，呢個就開始深啲啦。OK， 咁咧有 licorice 嗰啲少少好似 bitter 嘅味嘅，但係飲落去咧，等佢開嘅時候咧 ，it's actually 嗰種 herbaceous 嗰種 flavour。未去到 grapey， 都仲係 red fruits。我可以講個 tannin 咧係 soft 嘅，多過頭先嗰個好多，因為你 feel 到喺個牙齒上邊。咁但係咧，佢個 finish 咧都 medium plus 嘅，加熱 medium plus。Okay，medium plus finish，and the flavors that I get here， 雖然冇頭先嗰個白酒嗰個 Blanc 咁令到口水嚟。個 structure 開始多啲啦 ，OK， 同埋佢厚啲啊，嗰啲 licorice 嗰個味好 strong 啊呢個 ，OK，so that's 第一、第二啦 ，right？ 咁 Equilibrista 嗰個91分嗰個咧，佢真係好 chocolate， 即係開始好圓、好朱古力、好 mocha、好 smoky、好 toasty， 成個木桶係擺喺你面前咧，你聞到啊，直情你聞到個酒咧，你覺得喺個酒莊裏邊啊。嗰種熟嗰啲木味咧，好舒服，好圓，令到啲單寧啊係溫柔好多。同埋我咧本身咧就中意圓啲嘅 ，because my stomach I love warm. Okay, so for me, I think who is it that mentioned about a Cabernet Sauvignon? For me, I'm about Merlots, right? So all the characteristics of the Syrah, Grenache was something, or Garnacha or Grenache, 好多一樣 Syrah or Shiraz, right? It's also the same. 嗰啲葡萄咧就俾我自己嘅感覺係好酸噶嘛。But some people find that very relaxing actually because 佢哋覺得 Merlot 有時太厚啊。So these wines are a lot more refreshing. Even though 有年份有2016、17啊、15啊、11啊，呢個 package 100都有舊酒嘅去到11 right？咁但係咧個感覺上唔係好 heavy 咯。A lot of times people will compare to French wine. Sometimes it's too heavy. So with something like Spanish wines, it's a great country to try lighter wines. It's much more easygoing. 即係你食嘅菜唔需要話好厚而冚到唔使食成個扒咁樣樣，呢啲咧就已經係好 enjoyable 嘅，同埋唔使話 decant 好耐，你一開冇幾耐咧就已經可以 enjoy 咗個 wine。唔代表佢唔複雜，OK 係唔同嘅，個葡萄唔一樣，同埋你食嘅菜啦，你食嘅嘢啦，可能會唔同嘅口感 inside. So it really depends on what you're having, the foods that you're having with the wines, and also the company. Because some people want to try new things. Sometimes that's a really, really exciting dinner where you're not too sure what you're getting to eat. At the same time, the wines are a huge surprise. 有時有啲驚喜都好好嘅。It's not always about drinking wines that you're familiar with, right? Obviously, for special occasions, there might be a reason, but 好多時都係我而家都好中意咧，試到個新嘅嘢嘅時候就咦幾好喎！我冇諗過呢個葡萄 like this。呢一個咧就係咁樣啦。我覺得呢一個 Cadaso 咧8000樽嘅啫，個 Syrah 係值得去試嘅。Because there's only 8,000. I mean, there's 7 million people in Hong Kong. There's only 8,000 bottles. 所以如果你得到一兩支咧，好叻㗎啦。你好叻不特止咧，你帶出去食飯嘅時候，嗰個人冇啊，係咪？你帶啲酒出嚟，你成日同其他人撞咧，你俾幾多錢咧都冇用啦，係咪先？唔特別啊嘛。So it's always something. It's pretty cool to bring to a dinner. I mean, there's so many great wines here, and you want to compete with other people in terms of what should I bring to the dinner? You know. 咁啊，香港咧，我哋實在太俾人中啦。香港 we have everything. We have the most expensive wines to the most economical wines, right? 咁呢個係好好噶，因為我覺得，但係咁你無端端帶個個 uncle 咧就帶個 Petrus， 唔通我帶埋 Petrus 咩？咁你一定要帶一個佢未試過嘅嘢，唔特別貴嘅，但係特別同埋個 label 靚咧就得噶啦。You want to give them something they haven't tried. So for me, that's a huge bonus mark because there's so many wines available here. You're bound to find something that's cool. So with this one, only 8,000 bottles. And 如果你同啲 uncle 啊、爸爸啊嗰啲識飲酒嘅人飲咧，話呢個90分啊，呢個91分啊 ，RP 啊，你知唔知係咩係 RP 啊？Robert Parker 啊，你咁樣得噶啦。其實好多地方而家買咧都有個 RP 喺個價錢牌隔離嘅咧。What does it mean? It's different point systems. So there's a lot of different point systems now that are out there. You just kind of have to, either you care or you don't care about them. Really, Robert Parker points are very, very cool, but it doesn't mean that if there's no points, it's not a great wine. Just, they haven't gotten around to it yet. Plus, at the same time, a lot of these wines are so small producers, to enter any competition or 去俾人試咧，你都要俾成4至6樽。如果你俾咗佢啊，佢4至6樽都冇咗噶咯喎。So a lot of times you were just like, I'm not going to enter. I'd love for the person to try the wines, but it's already 4 to 6 bottles. And if you're only making a couple thousand bottles, you'd want to give it to somebody who that's going to enjoy it or who's trying it for the first time. It just means so much more. Okay. Do we ship to Malaysia? Unfortunately, all the products found on Winemaven can be shipped worldwide. So that's like the hats, the bean bag, the t-shirts, which are great Father's Day presents, guys. Okay? But the wines, unfortunately, cannot be shipped to Malaysia. But we're working on something really fast and quick. Hopefully it'll be out in a month or so where our Malaysian friends and family will be able to experience the Winemaven experience. 唔講得，但係講咗 ，OK，我都好開心嘅。So fingers crossed, soon, our Malaysian friends, you'll see Winemaven. share there。係咧，我見到你個反應啊，Mandy。OK，OK，我未介紹邊個？我係咪介紹晒㗎啦？我介紹晒咧，我就做咗第一 part。我第一 part 之後咧，我就做第二 part。Then of course the next Father's Day present is 除咗呢個6支嘅 package, which is 998蚊 and it's only for the month of June. So we're gonna put it on the site. The Mother's Day packages are down now. Okay, I double checked. Only Father's Day packages are available. Plus the Rothschild, the Mouton one. They've given us this deal all year. And what they can guarantee is that the wines are from them, right? It's the distributor for Lafite here in Hong Kong. And we also have a special 2-bottle one. Now, but for Father's Day month, we're only going to offer the 6-bottle package put together for you guys, especially for June, okay? Which is that 6 bottles. Plus, for the first time, we are pushing, which because I kind of really like the label. Da-da-da! Gin Prado. I know I probably said that wrong. It's the first time we're doing gin. And don't I match the bottle of gin right now? Okay. So why do I like it? One, it's Italian. So I went to raid my Italian friend's office. 咁我去咗我個朋友嘅 office， 因為佢而家搬緊啦。咁我睇到有啲嘢，咦？咩嚟㗎？咁我見到佢話，我哋啲 gin 咯。我話嚇，意大利有 gin 嘅咩？佢話係啊。咁啊 I took this offer thing and I said, can I put it on winemaven? Can we sell on winemaven for Father's Day? Because I think it would be great for Father's Day, right? And she's like, yeah, but I don't know if it fits into any of your price points because she knows 知道我最中意係 either 998 or 499啊嘛。咁我話，咁不如你幫我做499㗎啦。佢話嚇，專唔得喎，呢支好似係500幾定600幾蚊 ，just for the 一支 ，OK？ 我話但係我嗰度要499加埋 ，I mean 連埋 shipping 㗎。同埋我要啲 treat 先得咯，因為我好中意食 treat 噶嘛。咁我上次 Mother's Day 我話你唔可以偏心喎。I said you can't be favorable to Mother's Day. Mother's Day, oh no, Valentine's Day she did the 2 wines plus the chocolate, right? So I said, but then how about Father's Day? Father's Day you've got to do something sweet too. So then, Bobby. So Bobby actually does this plural for baba, right? And this one is very different because it's like wafer-ish. And it's... okay. So... okay. So, she said, I said, but because last time we had chocolate and it was for Valentine's, so we've got to do something for our... guys, I think I need a pair of scissors. Really noisy. Not anymore, I don't. Okay. Dark chocolate and wafer. Dark chocolate and wafer. 嗱，同埋咧，佢真係咧由意大利運過嚟咧，所以咧雖然 it will be due very quickly because she brings it direct from Italy and you cannot get this in the store. Like you cannot go to the grocery store. 因為我整傷自己咧，我可以食巧克力咯，氹翻自己開心啊！哇 ，dark chocolate 嘅味啊，未有 chocolate 仔啊 ！ASMR 大家，好味啊 ！dark chocolate 好脆啊！我塊面係咪成個塊面都有？嗱，呢個一定咧，一個夠 rich 呢一個 Caldalsa Garnacha 嘅紅酒咧，襯呢個 licorice herbs can also go with the chocolate toasty notes。你睇下，好溶啊！哇 ，it's good。嗰日我哋冇開到食㗎，今日第一次食啊！嘉瑩，我嚟食啊， 好味啊呢個。因為如果你覺得齋朱古力太甜咧 if you just think that just having a chocolate is too sweet, you've got the wafer in there to like balance that sweetness out, and it is dark chocolate, guys. 係啊 I'm getting it all over. 因為平時買唔到啊。個朱古力咧 is not in the open market, and it's the first time because 佢搬緊啱啱到嘅 so just Gineprai gin 喎 so guys, like, you know, we have the mixture of wine and gin. Don't worry, I'm working up Wine Maven's collection to be a little bit bigger. But 你等我一陣先，因為呢個真係好味喎呢個。我食咗成個啊，仲要舐埋啊個紙啊！嘉怡啊，我跌咗個台喺我個，你 join 唔 join 啊？你 join 我 live chat 啊！我跌咗個台喺我隻腳度啊！然之後咧，成個嘢腫咗之後咧，我用咗 Chanel 嘅帶去包啲冰包喺隻腳度，而家腫到個狗豬咁樣啊！我應該要去醫院啦之後，but 我話我應承咗去做咗個 live 先。and 我冇嗰啲繃帶，嗰啲醫院繃帶啊，所以我用咗 Chanel 嘅帶 from the present to 綁 the ice packs on my foot right now, so it's kind of like this big. That's why 我今日做個 live 喺個床上邊喐唔到。係啊，所以咧，我仲用埋我硫磺嗰啲斷骨鐵打from嗰個師傅。擺咗上去先，然之後個冰啦，因為就係太慢啦。It was like so 腫。So now I just have ice pack wrapped with Chanel ribbon to hold the ice packs on the foot because 啲冰一溶咧，佢 slip 啊，所以我要好長嘅帶綁住佢先啦。而家 Chanel 好有用啊！ eat more sweet 飲 more 酒啊！但係 OK 啊 ，so 我手都震啦而家。So yeah, so that's what happened to me 頭先我溫緊書嘅時候，我啱啱 finish 咗第一 round 嘅 slides 啦，and then 我寫緊 notes 啦，so Hermes 嘅帶 ribbon 太幼啊。That's why Chanel 闊啲啊，粗啲啊，佢 hold 個 ice in place 好啲啊，個 Hermes 唔夠長啊，但係我試咗啊，即係喺嗰度我真係試咗啊，唔係講笑。Anyways, back to 我哋個主題 Gineprai, which I haven't opened yet, but I think I probably need it after. And chocolate. A lot of chocolate. Dark chocolate. 唔好食飯，我冇食飯，食呢個就得噶啦。OK， 所以我有兩個 package， 998蚊係我6支嗰個啦。And then 咧呢個 Gineprai, which is the gin with the chocolate, $4.99. The gin itself is 好似500幾600蚊嘅呢個。咁啊，一定要有朱古力啦，同埋呢個朱古力係買唔到噶。Barbie 個 chocolate 叫做 Barbie。It's like 上面叫你買呢個朱古力 for Father's Day 啦，係一定要買啦。兩個 link 咧都已經上晒去啦。So these packages are going to be available for the entire month of June. Okay. Now 講完兩個 package 之後啦，我呢幾個月咧就喺度好努力。Wine Maven 咧 has been on a lot of 啱啱講完啲 package 啊 Gineprai 再加埋 dark chocolate， 我已經食到咧個口乜乜啦。你 miss 咗啊！我而家係用啲冰而家腫到咁樣啦，包住咗，用咗 Chanel 嘅帶，因為我冇繃帶。做完 live 之後，我先至會去醫院噶啦，大家。咁咧，我已經講晒兩個 package， 998蚊咧係我哋係做一個西班牙嘅 package， 即今次1支 bubbles， 4支紅1支白，因為紅咧有唔同嘅，所以咧 perfect for 打邊爐，因為有 由好淺嘅 like very light 嘅 flavour 咧，去到好濃嘅，OK，由 red fruit 去到少少 licorice 加朱古力，OK 係我哋嘅層次去 red 嘅。咁今日咧除咗講唔同嘅 wine 之外啦，都講咗大概半個鐘啦。咁同埋呢兩個 package 啦，好開心咧，就 winemaven 好努力喺呢3個月啦，就其實we've wanted to always grow, okay? So we've tried to grow winemaven to be a content provider, which is something that I've always wanted to do. Keep people informed and learn about wines. If they have any questions, they can always leave messages here. Ask me questions that you guys have. Leave a note, send emails. If I can't answer them correctly, I will try to put it to somebody that will. If you're asking about French wines, I have many merchants behind Winemaven. They're all local merchants here who know their wines like the back of their hands. So if I don't know the answer, they will know the answer. 我已經盡呢 merchant 咧就係佢哋嘅 sole either distributor of each of the brands that I offer on Winemaven. So I pick. So even if the merchants have a library of like 1,500 to 3,000 wines, I will go and pick maybe 10, 5 even, 2 wines that I particularly like and that they're not in the open market. Another merchant does not provide. And I try to make it so that everybody has a little bit of an introduction here on Winemaven. So as you can see 咧，我每一次個 package 每一個月都 feature 唔同嘅國家。其實咁樣同埋個 package 擺埋一齊都唔同嘅 merchant 嚟嘅。I've really tried to support local businesses in the past year. Of course, they supported me. They were my friends. Probably a friend that wasn't even in that company before that supported me while I was learning about wine for the past 10 years. Somebody like Boyan, who I met, in a totally different situation, restaurants, right? In the service industry, and now as a GM of a company, that is one of our merchants, one of our main merchants. So it's all really about relationships. 我每一個 merchant 揀出嚟，我唔係個個都上去個 platform 嘅。我會揀個 merchant，不止我會揀啲酒。And 如果佢哋都有好多個 approach Winemaven to feature their wines, to feature their packages. They'll give great deals, but at the same time, we want to stay true to Winemaven's platform. Make sure that the wines are from the representative， 即係佢個 merchant 係佢嘅 distributor 啦。咁樣我哋先至可以保證個 condition of the wine 有啲咩問題，因為尤其是我哋都有好貴嘅酒㗎 ，Lafite 都係喺我哋個 Mouton 嗰度，我哋全部都有㗎，我哋有好多個 bespoke small cult American brands as well。And 有好多人可以買啲酒翻嚟，然之後再賣，但係其實我哋唔會建議咁樣做，我哋會建議 make sure 你知你個酒喺邊度嚟。I'm not just telling people to buy wines off of Winemaven. By all means, I mean 香港係最好嘅地方，你可以 compare 價錢。咁但係個 condition of the wine 係點樣呢？我可以保證我啲 merchant 會保個酒咯。If there's something wrong with it, you can always get it returned to the merchant, and the merchant will always replace it with a new bottle. 即係我係最開心係喺呢個 process 就 learn 到呢樣嘢。可能人哋會平過我，可能人哋有唔同嘅年份，咁但係咧我唔保證得到佢哋 condition 咯。所以最緊要係你哋知道個 source 喺邊度嚟。我唔知我可以強調幾多次咧，個 source 係好重要。同埋我代表啲 merchant 都講嘢 because it's really tough. Wine, there's no real margin, there's no more tax, right? The margin for each bottle of wine is actually very, very small. But people are in this business because it's not really a business for them. A lot of them is about passion. They're very passionate about wines. They're very, very passionate about what you're drinking is the real stuff. Okay? That's very important. Where you're drinking is, a lot of times 咧，譬如我去咗法國去啲酒莊，我好中意個酒莊，我好中意個 experience。我見到呢樣嘅，我想帶少少翻去香港同我啲朋友分享。It's really about that experience. It's really about that. That's why people love wines, right?因為我會記得我幾時飲過，喺邊度飲過。咁咧，我今次好開心咧，就我哋終於咧就傾咗咧同意大利政府啦 ，the Consul General and Vino Condiviso, which is an organization that I think a lot of people know about. They hold a few events a year. featuring Italian foods, Italian wines, where the merchants are from Italy and where they want to present because 好多人咧可能聽過意大利酒，但係可能淨係知嗰幾個重點嘅地方，即係最大嗰啲 Tuscany 啊，right？or Piedmont，但其實有好多細嘅。好細嘅hidden jewels、hidden gems 都 feature 好多好好嘅酒，但係未必見過、未必去過，因為其實嗰啲地方實在太細。但係啲酒啊、啲 food 咧係好好。某一啲我記得同 Consul General 傾嘅時候啦，佢講起一個蛋糕啊，咁嗰個蛋糕咧，我哋之前都有 feature 過 Colombo， 因為 Colombo 個 Colombo 嗰個蛋糕咪好似 Christmas cake， 但係佢哋係 Easter 食嘅。佢仲有另一個係一個細嘅 area 喺意大利，佢好想我哋試，咁佢開心到咧，因為佢一諗起呢樣個蛋糕咧，佢諗起佢嘅 childhood memories。咁我最中意聽呢啲故事嘅，咁但係咧，因為嗰個蛋糕咧係要 fresh 嘅，所以好難咧喺呢度俾人哋試一個新鮮嘅，除非你去人哋屋企，如果屋企人識整咯。咁佢好多呢啲 experience， 無論係意大利粉啊，其實意大利唔同嘅村，即係等於中國咁樣樣，有好多唔同嘅村，但係咧可能個粉唔同少少嘅，可能個煮法唔同少少嘅，咁但係就嗰個味道係好特別咯，去嗰個地方，即係特別 for 嗰個地方。咁啊，同Consul General 傾咗好一段時間㗎啦，因為希望多啲人，多啲。你哋啲人無論係街或者行緊街經過，因為好多人上一次咧，因為係 afternoon 嚟嘅，見到咦做咩個街有個 market 咧？而家唔係 covid 咩？但係當然大家戴緊口罩啦，冇諗過人哋咁樣做。但係因為咧韞咗太耐咧，佢哋點都要 share 啊！即係無論得兩個人可以坐喺度，兩個人可以欣賞，佢哋都做，因為成年幾冇做過呢啲咁。好似我哋咧，每一個禮拜飲茶，即係我同我爹哋會每一個禮拜飲茶呢一個做法。佢哋冇咗呢一個 culture part，因為 covid 嘅時候咧，佢哋都唔理賺唔賺到錢啊。其實唔關錢事啊，係好想介紹呢個 culture 俾人哋分享，俾人哋 share 下。所以今次 winemaven 咧係好開心咧，我哋可以幫佢哋咧去同多啲我哋識講廣東話嘅人啦，因為佢哋未必好識講廣東話啦。同埋喺我哋呢一個 platform， 即係因為我中意飲又中意食，同埋我啲觀眾、我啲 fans 喺無論係 Bernice 或 winemaven 咧，我覺得都已經好欣賞同埋好聽。咦，有啲咩可以做啊？而家大家喺香港嘅時候，有啲咩 event 未聽過啊？大家可以上去 Google search 嘅，但係未必唔知 search 咩啊嘛。咁今次咧 winemaven 咧就會 part of 呢一個。Vino Condiviso 同埋個 Consul General of Italy 嘅 project 啦。咁雖然第一個 Stop Tuscany 已經做咗啦，但係好快嚇，大家留意我哋6月，你留意 winemaven 個 platform， 我哋會好快 feature 佢噶啦。咁你哋會知道咧，我哋而家做緊乜嘢？因為呢一 part 我覺得好開心，因為都傾咗段時間，亦都好 so happy to be a part of the Consul General of Italy and Vino Condiviso here in Hong Kong. Has always been really active in the community. But the thing is, they want to reach a larger audience in terms of more people know, because now that we are in Hong Kong for a longer period of time without being able to travel, there's so many local events that people have not been aware of, and because they just don't know how to reach these people. So winemaven and me and of course my team, we've had a few meetings with the Consul General of Italy and with Vino Condiviso, and we're really excited to show very, very soon the project that we'll be working on together to introduce different events here in Hong Kong for the next year. 係啊 for the whole year. 所以咧加埋我哋呢一個 creative side 啦，因為你知我都好中意玩 game 嘅，咁咧我哋就加咗 game 嘅部分啦。咁可以。希望可以贏多啲獎啦，可以有免費獎啦，我哋最中意啦。我已經講咗話要加卡通嘅一面啦，我唔知佢哋聽唔聽。你知啲大人咧有時好硬頸嘅，唔係好聽我哋呢啲小朋友，但係我覺得好得意咯。嘉怡，係啊，所以咧好快噶啦，因為你都知下一個 event 係幾時啊？嗬，呢個月㗎。總言之喺呢個月之內咧，下一個 event 會發生噶啦。咁啊，而家Adrian 因為我 partner 咧 Adrian 咧，he's so Wine Maven is made up of friends, literally of friends. While I was in COVID last year in Canada doing my last part of my degree, I had to come back to Hong Kong and was in COVID. I had to be quarantined for 2 weeks. And that's when this whole thing started, actually. And so Wine Maven is really made up of friends who want each other to, yes, my exam too. 我都有2個 exam 下個禮拜. So it's like made up of friends who have a huge passion to follow dreams. So my partner in Wine Maven, who's awesome, and I know nothing about digital, he does everything for me. He just asked me, what do I want? What do I like? He's actually learning about wine as he's doing Wine Maven, but he's like my digital man because he knows everything about digital, and I had to learn all this stuff in a very quick, short amount of time. Me going back to school after 20 years to finish my degree, there's so much digital stuff that I have no idea about that I had to learn very quickly. But Adrian is like, that's his thing. And I think they were just, they just went back into full lockdown in Malaysia. So we've been doing Wine Maven in 3 different countries consistently since the beginning of the creation of Wine Maven. So I'm really proud to see it grow. It's not just a content provider. I mean, we have a little shop, but we love providing content. 我覺得好多人唔知好多嘢關於酒，好想學，但係又驚問. So ask me. And that's when Sidek came out as well. It's something that people just wanted to see me talk. And the way I talk became very easy to understand about wine in Cantonese and in English, kind of mixing the both because we're both. We're bilingual, trilingual. Wine language alone is another language, which I was very intimidated when I first started. 我乜嘢都唔識嘅嗰陣時，我都唔知係有咩葡提子有分別嘅咩？紅同白啫嘛，唔係嘅。Let's see. Aside from the Europe-based wineries that partnered with, do you happen to have partners with wineries? Of course we do. Of course we do. And the wineries in the U.S., that is up and coming. So Wines of California month is July. So that's our next project is actually for July, and the wines that will be featured. If you go to winemaven.io, actually you'll see that we have wines from almost every country covered. So if you do check out winemaven.io, you already know the answer to that. You wouldn't have to ask me. But thanks for asking, because then I could share that information with everybody else. Like I said, we did have done too. I think we've done vineyards. One of the first wine features that I did when I was talking about wines was actually American cult wines, and that was with links. So we have pretty much every country covered. If you watch the live chat that I did on Saturday with Judy of Grace Vineyards from China, that's also very new as well. And I'd actually never featured wines from China, and I always asked why choose China. And you know, it's funny because the area, the line to the equator, if you draw it, the distance from it is very similar to France. And that's why the growing conditions for China are actually very good. Of course, different parts of China have different challenges, but surprisingly, the wines are actually not that bad, and it just needs time, right? And so I love exploring new ventures, wine stories. When I see in the news these different collabs and stuff, it really does make me excited to know what people are doing out there now. I mean, especially with the fires in Napa, they have to keep researching as to how to get the smoke taint out. And that was one of the biggest conversations, one of the longest conversations that happened, I think 2 months ago, because of the smoke taint, and is it possible to remove it? So every country has their challenges. Every country has their hidden gem. But yeah, 係啊，嗰個真係幾得意嘅. So yes, I dissed the first time I featured China. So coming up, we're having the Wines of Italy. We're doing a new cool project with the Consul General of Italy and Vino Condiviso. So watch out for that. You should see it within the next week. Yeah, I think the chocolate for dads and myself. I'm not going to have a second one yet because I'm enjoying my wines. But home logo. And then I'll put all this up so that you can get a lowdown on the wines that are in the Father's Day package, because I did go through each and every one of them. Plus, the gin and the chocolate, which is a very good deal. It's $4.99. So if you're afraid of spending too much, right? $9.98 可能你驚太多499啦，同埋佢連埋 shipping，所以佢連埋 delivery 係好抵咯。因為而家通常 delivery 係最貴啦，logistics 好貴啊香港。You know, whatever you spend, if you don't spend over 1,500, it's going to be what, $150, and that's almost the price of your. It's actually the price of the bag of chocolates. I think chocolate's even more than that. But you know what I mean? 即係499你連埋嗰個 shipping，連埋個 delivery 咧，喺香港嚟講好好。998蚊你唔使俾 shipping，不特止你唔使自己拎啊！如果你去個 shop 度買6支，你要自己 carry 喎。如果你搭車翻去咧，好重啊，同埋咧要好小心啊，因為而家落雨咧好 slippery 嘅，所以你唔會想咁樣自己拎6支走。但係咧 under 1000蚊連埋 shipping，連埋 delivery，同埋送到去你門口。抵啦，你可以同啲朋友冇話 Father's Day 啦 ，but also 可以 impress 你啲朋友同埋 Father's Day，因為係90分，亦都有91分。係啊，你唔想 slip 啊 ，carrying stuff 唔係最重要，係你驚跣啊，尤其是而家落雨。咁咧我最中意係我每一次揾嘅 package 咧 I always have 1 to 2 shining gems in the package. So remember I told you 嗰個 Cabernet Syrah 2017年咧。佢90分 ，The Equilibrista 咧，2015年嗰個咧係91分，再加埋對佢 Cabernet Sauvignon 咧係90分，我都話3支裏面啊，至少都已經每一個係90至91分，已經可以 impress 到 whoever you're with 啦，無論係爸爸啦，無論係媽媽啦，無論係啲朋友咧，話嘿，你中唔中意飲啊？我中意喎，咩嚟㗎？呢支啊講俾你聽啊，91分啊！For me, you don't want to buy wines that you can find everywhere. These ones definitely you cannot find in the open market, so it's kind of a bonus and a bonus because then 你唔會撞禮物，第一你唔會撞得走，除非你兩個都喺 winemaven 度買咯，都唔出奇嘅，咁就會撞。咁但係如果唔係咧 ，it's very hard. Plus, there's only 8,000 bottles of the Cabernet Sauvignon. So once we sell out, last time we sold out of not this one, but we sold out of that limited. It was also the Batina. 係咪？好似係呢支啊，好似係上次咪賣斷咗8000支，佢哋 had to replace it with an even better wine. Remember 大眼仔？ So we do run out. It's not that we don't. Obviously, if we run out, they're gonna have to find something to replace it with, which is what happened last time. But of course, if you get the set, right, 佢有襯㗎嘛，佢有 pair 咁樣， so you can try 2 types of wine from the same producer. But yeah, but if not, if we ran out, they'll have to replace it with something better. That's like in the contract. They can't replace it with something bad. 唔係我之後唔會再揾佢哋嘅，你我應承你哋，一定係好過上一次嗰個嘅。Okay, so that is one of the biggest like bonuses to, and they cannot sell these packages on their own platform. They cannot offer the same packages as their own merchant either. 呢個我逼佢哋做嘅，因為如果唔係咧，我唔會幫佢 feature 咯。因為喺呢段時間啫，咁但係你可以分開一支支買，但係我好肯定你分開一支支買咧 ，it's more than 2 times the price. I'm pretty sure. If I'm not, I think it is, right? I think it's more than 2 times the price because I make them cut the price pretty huge in order for me to push it on here because 我冇收廣告費嘅。Okay, 所以大家知我係冇收廣告費 for this part. And so in order for me to push the wine, it better be a pretty good deal that they offer to my winemaven followers and to my friends and family on here in order for me to do it and give them this much of a promotion for it. They cannot offer it in their own sites. They're not allowed to offer it at all. They can sell the wines separately, but not the package. So I can guarantee that you won't find this package out there at the same time or these wines. 係啊，只要你試咗嗰個Big啊，係啊，我仲有一支，因為咧上一次就 run out 咗嗰個，所以佢要俾我睇啊，係啊，所以佢哋要 send 俾我去 promote 嘛，上次因為 they had to show me what they're gonna replace the old bottle with, so that's why I have one. Anyways, so this has been one of the longest talks that I've had on my own because there was a lot of topics I needed to get through. 咁咧就幾樣嘢啦，第一個係998蚊6支嗰個 Father's Day Package from Spain，OK，其中3支咧就一定有90分以上嘅 RP 啦，同埋only for this time，OK，free shipping and it's actually almost I think it's half price 43%plus the shipping。I mean 即係佢連埋嘅。另一個係第一次 offer 咧，就係呢一個 gin 啦 ，Ginepraio。我之前有做過個 live 同個 Katy 嘅，就介紹 Ginepraio， 佢介紹咗佢喺邊度嚟㗎啦。So it's a gin from Italy, Tuscany actually, I think so. Something that I didn't try before this, and it's kind of perfect for Father's Day, like the look of it, but it's also great for cocktails or straight. And of course, Papi. Papi， 我唔再食得第二個住，因為我聽日要拍廣告㗎。咁 Papi 咧就 dark chocolate with wafers, amazing. And if I have another one, it's like 我唔食飯㗎啦 you know. Very, very good deal. This one with the Ginepraio, or even with the red wine, because I was having it with red wine. 真係幾好飲。我個 red wine 完啦。我仲有 white wine， 我個 white wine 完咧，我就要 end 㗎啦。雖然今日咧就少啲人喺呢邊嘅 live，因為我平時唔喺呢邊啊。我頭先開錯咗咧，我開咗喺我個 wine 喺我個 Bernice official 咧，一嚟就嘣一聲30幾50幾個人，1分鐘我即刻冚咗，因為去錯咗地方。咁但係咧，我會擺翻呢條片上去嘅 ，and then everybody can rewatch it where I explain and express the wines. 2 packages for Father's Day. We're going to have it for the whole month of June. At the same time, we have a new partnership with Vino Condiviso and the Consul General of Italy, which has a great program for the coming year. Very excited that the second event for this year is going to happen very soon. So stay tuned to the winemaven.io, and I'll definitely let people know when we put it up. But everything's confirmed. We have so many events coming because 大家都知道啦，就盡量安全地先飛，但係如果唔飛咧，香港都有好多好好嘅活動嘅。咁啊7月嚟緊都有一個7月10號嚇，講定先有個 event 係 Winemaven 同埋美國 ，OK， so Cali Wines, we're also doing, and so there's so many cool things coming up from Winemaven, and in a very short period of time, Winemaven will not only just be in Hong Kong. We're expanding, so I'm actually really happy, and we're getting more local communities involved. So Winemaven is literally made up of local merchants, okay? 其實 Winemaven 咧冇當地嘅 merchant 咧就冇 Winemaven 嘅。我覺得係因為呢幾年啦，呢2年啦，生意咧就俾影響好大，因為 Covid 餐廳開唔到，人哋唔準出去街，超級市場大家都 online 買嘢。咁啊 Winemaven 我有諗過點樣可以幫翻呢啲 local merchant， 即係因為佢哋3年前嗌嘅酒，而家影響呢2年啊嘛。咁就做咗呢一個 Winemaven 嗰個平台啦。咁 at the same time, it's not just Hong Kong local merchants. Every place has local merchants that are suffering and that have been affected by COVID. And even if things go back to normal, the way that we purchase, the way that we look for information online has forever changed. And so with that, a lot of the merchants, a lot of the wineries, a lot of the chateaus don't have technological advances, because a lot of them are very traditional families, traditional businesses. Everything's done by phone, tastings, dinners. So we really wanted to provide this concept to other places, and hopefully you guys will see our number 2 expansion of Winemaven coming up very soon. How is the gin? You missed that part. That's okay. You can, I will end this soon, like now, and then what we're going to do is put up the whole thing. You guys can rewatch it on the YouTube channel. Okay, so please like, share, and subscribe to Bernice TV, the YouTube channel, because that way I can provide more content without having a money subscription, because it does take your guys' support in order to do this for free. Okay, guys? So 今日講咗好多嘢，咁如果你哋唔記得嘅話咧，就去翻個 YouTube， 我好快會擺翻呢條片上去噶啦。Okay? Thank you guys. Bye bye.